What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Back by popular demand, I'm providing another sneak peek into SK Wealth Academy Patron only content. Now, you will notice in these three videos, and they're just snippets of three videos taken from the months of September, October, and November, because the full videos are about 9 minutes long each, and I have just taken a snippet of each video. My patrons receive 4 to 6 videos every single week at the transcendent level, which is only $5 a month and higher. Now, in these videos, you'll notice that the video and audio quality is not that good because it is second generation, meaning that I just shot the video playing on a computer screen. So that's why it may sound and look not too great, but if you become a patron, of course, you'll be receiving the first generation video and audio, which can be accessed through a software application provided to you when you become a Patreon member. So with that said, let's get started. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? So it's the morning of the 23rd in Asia. It's the evening of the 22nd in the Americas. And the reason I posted that chart of soybeans because it is just to serve as a reminder, as I always say in the Patreon only podcast, just because I haven't spoken in a while doesn't mean that there are not hidden gems in the old podcasts that I posted for transcendent level and higher level patrons only. So as you noticed with the green arrow, that is the point at which I said, start looking at soybeans as an opportunity. And although the prices didn't go as low as I had hoped, you can see that at the point at which I first discussed soybeans as a good opportunity moving forward, from my commentary that I've been giving for a few weeks on First Majestic, if you did not buy put options on First Majestic on Tuesday, since Majestic dropped 12% yesterday from its market close, after I had discussed that, then there really wasn't an opportunity for you to buy put options on that. But in any event, for those of you that were more savvy, there was obviously a very good opportunity to get in and get out. I think the profits were over 50%. And I'll have to go take a look exactly. I'm pretty sure they're over 50% just for being in it 24 hours. Another possibility, of course, because, on this past Tuesday as well, I said I don't even care if gold futures prices rise to $1,940. I said the action I'm seeing is going to go back below $1,900 at some point this week. And I stated it's likely to it's likely to reach $1,880, and I said going as low as $1,850 was at about 55%. So we saw yesterday in the futures markets in New York that gold futures prices went as low as $1,869. So that was a position, actually, I opened up some put options on the GLD. And again, if you just listen to what I say, there's tons of other options trading strategies for experienced traders other than the ones I mentioned. So actually, I had to sell off my First Majestic put options and my GLD put options in like the 10 minutes of electricity I had last night, and I haven't even gone online to exactly see what those profits were. But I think they were over 50% for just a 24-hour turnaround, which is pretty decent. And really, with all my options trading strategies for experienced options traders living in the Americas, almost all your profits should always be better than mine. Why? Well, because I live in Asia, so in order for me to keep an eye on the market during hours it's open, I literally would only get 1 hour sleep, because normally I wake up at 5 in the morning. U.S. stock markets don't close until 4 in the morning here. So a lot of times I just sell out because I want to get some sleep. Or in yesterday's situation, I was holding put options on 3 assets, GLD, AG, and RCL. And my electricity, because of the typhoon, Only cut on for 10 minutes before cutting off again. So I couldn't even sell Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, although it went as, I think it closed at $53 in yesterday's market close, or $54. And as you know, even when Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines rose to $64 a share earlier this week, I still said if it does not rise above the 50-day moving average, I'm still holding $50 a share as my price target. I would definitely exit that put option today if you're still holding on. I was forced to hold on because before I could sell, the electricity cut off. So we'll see. I actually think that I should have a decent opportunity to sell out at the same profits as yesterday, even though it was not possible because of the typhoon. But because I don't expect their earnings, which will be released before market open in New York in a few hours from now, I don't expect those earnings to be positive. So I expect it to, well, who knows, right? There could be a surprise. And perhaps, sometimes the market will see if the earnings are negative, but not as negative as expected. They idiotically view that as a positive sign. So, we will see. But in any event, the whole point is when I specifically speak about certain options trading strategies, typically for experienced options traders, I'll leave it up to you to identify the opportunities when I say things like, hey, it's very likely that gold futures prices are going to retreat to the $1,880 mark and definitely retreat back to $1,900. I mean, there's an opportunity to take out put options on the GLD. The only reason I don't, quote unquote, officially discuss those strategies is because, a lot of those will be quick hitters, in and out in 24 hours or 48 hours. So typically the ones I discuss, like Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, I want to find opportunities that are easier for everyone to make money, because there's nobody, if you actually open up put options on Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines at $71 a share, as I had identified as a really good price point to open up put options. Now that it's at $54, there's no one that should not have made a massive profit. And in fact, if you have just put like $1,000 into put options on Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, and even if you exited yesterday, your profit should be enough to pay the $5 a month transcendent level Patron fee for the next half century, literally. So there you go. You have profits to cover your Patron fees for the next 50 years. Ladies and gentlemen, so today is November 11th. Let's get started. I want to review lessons learned from my Lens videos pre-US election, because recall I stated I was exiting all paper assets before the election. I don't want to subject anything that I own, any type of investment, all stocks, to any kind of volatility post-election. And particularly, and that included gold and silver mining stocks. So, of course, as you see, gold and silver mining stocks have plummeted the last couple of days. So that's why it's very wise always to divest, sit on the sidelines during big periods of volatility until you're basically just not gambling anymore. And you're able to see a much clearer direction of where things are heading. Now, regarding First Majestic, again, had you been in, I said make sure you take profits as soon as that stock started to decline yesterday. I would have sold out. As I told you, I didn't have a chance to get in on this one. And now it's declined right back to the 50-day moving average. I actually think that it's going to break through to the downside below it. So everyone will still have that opportunity, because I will keep track to play this on the upside. Now I'm hoping maybe it will go back down to its 200-day moving average. And if it does, then that will be a really good opportunity to have a really low risk, high reward situation to open up call options. But of course, everything changes on the daily. So just don't take this commentary to be static and good for all future days, because it probably will need to be updated in the future. So make sure you watch every single daily Lens video that I upload to understand where my opinions stand on that matter. Now, recall I said also, for those of you that had engaged in the put option strategy of Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, ticker symbol RCL, I said make sure you divest and sell these put options before the presidential election. In fact, I said that I sold mine, I think, around $52 a share or so. Eventually went as low as $51.33 a share. Because, again, I feared the uncertainty of what would happen post-election. And I knew that up to pre-election were probably pretty safe as far as no type of unexpected vaccine, virus vaccine announcements. And one came in post-election that caused the price to spike by more than 54% over just a few trading days from the pre-election low of $51.33 a share to nearly $78 a share, I think about 7 or 8 trading days post-election. So I think that's another excellent lesson for all of us to understand that the things I say, there are reasons why I say that, because you see them come to fruition when we review them in hindsight. And I actually think at $73.73 a share, which it closed at market close yesterday, I think there's another opportunity to buy put options on Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. Again, at least 3 months out in expiration date, and perhaps a little bit in the money, maybe with a strike price of around $75 or so. But I'm not positive I'm going to open up new put options on this stock. I would like to see the stock rebound maybe a few dollars higher in share price as a better price to put options on this stock, because the reality is, like, even if they have a vaccine for this virus, the people are not going to flock back and start taking cruises just because they're able to. So in all likelihood, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines is going to continue to hemorrhage big losses. Share price should decline significantly after this rebound. But the fact of the matter is, reality no longer is that important. It's only perception. So if most people that buy Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines perceive it to be a great investment because it's going to rebound in share price much higher than where it is right now, perception always controls share price, not reality. Reality will eventually, but perception always controls the share price in the immediate term, and we're in the immediate term of that big rebound, right? So I say it's 50-50 right now. I really need to see what the share price does after market open. But say it opens somewhere around like $74 a share. One way you can play this too is you can still buy put options, and then if it just increases, say, above $75 a share, you just sell out at really low losses. Because right now it's not the type of super high reward, low risk strategy it was the first time I suggested it at $71, and then it went to like $51 because we have to deal with maybe momentum traders, Robinhood day traders, influencing the share price perception, influencing the share price this time around. But all I'm saying is this share price should plummet again. But one way, again, you can still limit your risk, right? Like I said, is just allow for really little movement higher in share price if you open up put options to minimize your risk to almost nothing, and then you could perhaps play the downside again. So that's going to wrap up what I wanted to say for today. Before I forget too, see there's another hurricane/typhoon on the horizon. I think it's supposed to arrive next week. So if inexplicably I don't show up again, that probably means because we're dealing with hurricane force winds and my electricity has gone out. Otherwise, you can always expect 3 to 6 videos every week. So if there's ever a reason I don't show up for like 2 days in a row, that's going to be the reason why. Just to warn you guys in advance. But I don't even know if it's forecast to hit us. So I'll just have to see what happens. I'm hoping it will just completely miss us and everything will be good. Okay, as always, remain intensely curious and always remain immensely courageous. Oh, and also for those of you that enjoy my podcast, I'm going to upload a new one to Podbean later today, so you can go check it out. And that does really wrap up today's daily video. So I'm back real quickly because I was just glanced at my notes before after I finished my video, and I saw that I forgot to discuss one point, which is the fact that people shorting these tourism companies like Carnival Cruise Lines, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, were reported as losing billions of dollars cumulatively on the short positions. I have no idea why any trader with any experience, because those losses couldn't have all been from Robinhood day traders, why anybody would be so dumb to keep these short positions open through the elections. But apparently they did, so there's a possibility, I just wanted to put this out there so everyone knows, there's a possibility that those who are going long in Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines could really try to squeeze those shorts and drive prices even irrationally higher. So that's why I say it's only like 50-50. Like I really have to see whether I'm going to open up new put options.
Okay, so thanks so much for watching until the end. Again, just to wrap up and summarize, I'll put a link below in the show notes, which will give you the link to the Patreon membership if you want to become an SK Wealth Academy Patron. There you can discover more details about the benefits, which includes these daily videos, of which I deliver 4 to 6 every single week. I just also delivered 2 long format audio podcasts last month in November, or for this month of November, I provided actually 3 long format audio only podcasts, and I will provide a sample over this weekend. So please do return or subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to be notified when that is up and running, so you can go take a listen to that sample podcast that only patrons receive every single month, as well as Patreon-only articles from time to time as well. And before I go, I just want to inform you that there's only 3 days left to my GoFundMe campaign, which I launched to help start the 22-course online SK Wealth Academy. So whenever I gain my freedom from these COVID travel lockdowns, I will launch that academy. I will provide benefits to every single contributor. It doesn't matter if you contributed $10 or $300, you're going to get some type of special benefit provided only to you as thanks and gratitude for your contribution. So again, I'll put a link below if you wish to contribute to that, because I spent 10 years of my life developing this academy, as I feel that the entire academic schooling system needs to be revolutionized, as it has completely stripped critical thinking skill development out of the curriculum in all schools in all nations around the world, as well as stripping applied knowledge. Because what I learned in business school, receiving my MBA, and in attending an Ivy League university, provided almost no applicable knowledge that provided a better quality of life to me. And everything that I learned, I put into this, I put my heart, soul, blood, sweat, and tears to this academy. So there's only 3 days left, and right now I'm only about 25% of my goal. So if you'd like to donate last minute, I certainly would be very grateful for that donation, and you can find the link below. Okay, thanks so much for watching. As always, remain intensely curious, remain immensely courageous, and bless up.